Some people find that they feel worse when they take probiotics. And if this has happened to you, you are not crazy and you are not alone. I've heard this many times, and I'll explain why this happens and what you should do about it. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Wangen, the founder and medical director of the IBS Treatment Center. People often assume that probiotics will always be good for you, probably because most places will tell you that probiotics are awesome and will solve a lot of your problems. However, that is not always the case. Probiotics do have the potential, of course, to solve some significant digestive problems, depending on if you're taking the right probiotic, the right time and right potency and all that. There are a lot of variables there, but probiotics are not all created equal. There are hundreds of different kinds of probiotics in different strains and different potencies that have different properties and different capabilities. In fact, we even have our own probiotics made for us here at the IBS Treatment Center. And you are welcome to access those and get a hold of those all on your own on our website, in our store, and you're welcome to take those. They're fantastic, and I highly recommend them. And I would say if you're going to do that, start with our full spectrum probiotic. But that's not what I'm doing this video for, or why I'm here today, because that doesn't mean, even if you take that one, that you won't react to it. Because if you've had problems with probiotics in the past, the higher the quality of the probiotic, the more likely you are to react to it. Now, why is that? And what do I mean by reacting? Well, when I talk about reacting to probiotics, I mean that your digestive symptoms become worse when you take the probiotic. And if this has happened to you, then you know what I'm talking about. This might mean getting diarrhea or getting constipation or getting gas or bloating or a variety of other symptoms that you could be experiencing digestively. In fact, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments section below if you found that probiotics made your symptoms worse. Now, when these reactions happen, people often blame another ingredient, for example, in the probiotic, or they think it's an allergic reaction to the probiotic. However, in my experience, most of the time it's neither of those things. It's generally that the probiotics are actually working really well, and some people might say too well. So let's define that. What does that mean? Well, probiotics are good bacteria, and they're the kind of bacteria that you need in your digestive tract. But sometimes getting them back in there is easier said than done, even when you are using a really good probiotic like the one that we have at the IBS Treatment Center. Now, the problem is that sometimes other microbes have established themselves in your digestive tract, meaning they've taken over the territory that the probiotics would normally be in. And when that happens, the probiotics and the bacteria or yeast or whatever it is that's taking up that space in your digestive tract, that other stuff doesn't always go away easily. Now, in essence, it might fight back. And so when that happens, replacing the bad guys isn't always simple or easy, because probiotics aren't just benign things that you take. They also have the potential to fight these other organisms. And when that happens, they can stir the pot, so to speak, is kind of how I like to put it. Sometimes when that pot is stirred, it means that you will experience what's called a die-off reaction. Now, you may not be familiar with that concept because in Western medicine, we're always given the idea that getting better is just a straight line up, right? One day is always better than the next. But we all kind of know from experience that healing isn't often always that way, right? Like sometimes you go through periods of struggling, you're feeling worse before you get better. And so getting to a better place isn't necessarily always a straight line, nor is it always easy. And this is particularly the case when we're attempting to rebuild the microbiome in the digestive tract. So sometimes when you put good bacteria in with the bad, you basically have a battle. They're fighting each other, and you get a die-off reaction and the symptoms that go with that. If taking probiotics is making you feel worse, then that is probably what is happening. And if you can stick with it, ultimately the symptoms will most likely improve and go away. But that can be much easier to say than to do, and you may need professional guidance to help really make it to that point. because you may need to have some of these bad guys treated before you can successfully add in the probiotics into your treatment regimen. So if you're having trouble taking probiotics and would like expert guidance and treatment to help you do this, give us a call at the IBS Treatment Center. We work with people all over the US and the world via telemedicine, and we'd be happy to work with you too. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more insight about your digestive health. Thank you for watching.